Shri Matre Namaha. So today I wanted to make a video about something very important. One of the most common requests that we get is about adoption. There are some people who want to give up their pets for adoption. Some people find animals on the roads, they rescue animals, but they can't keep those animals. So many a times people want to put these animals up for adoption. Today I want to make this video to tell you all how to increase your chances of adoption by means of a proper photo shoot. I'm going to give you some tips about how to take proper photos so that the chances of adoption of the animal increase. So the first and foremost thing when you appeal for adoption, anyone would ask you for pictures. So here's a checklist that you need to follow. So number one, first and foremost, ensure that the animal is actually clean. So many a times when we pick up these animals from the streets, they are often dirty or full of flea, ticks, and they may have health issues as well. So the first thing would be to settle all those things. I'm not suggesting that you bring an animal home and then immediately give it a bath. Many a times people do that, but that's not right, because if the animal is suffering from some other health complication like low temperature, it is hypothermic or anything like that, due to any complication internally also, this might not be the best thing to do, that is give it a bath. But at the same time, you can still clean the animal using wet wipes or cloth even. Many a times there is dirt in the eyes of the animal, then there is dirt in the nose, all over the body. So you can make sure that the animal is clean and presentable. This is the first thing you need to do. So often animals are kept in fosters, or people who have pets are fostering these animals. So they tend to be in like cages or crates, and people tend to just click pictures of them inside these cages and crates. So I would strongly advise against this. Keep the animal outside the cage or crate and click pictures in an environment which is more beautiful. I would say even a home environment. Say you don't have like a park, like a park to take the animal to. Still, you can keep the animal on your sofa or on a chair and click the pictures, or even on your lap for that matter. Anything is better than keeping it in a cage or crate and clicking the photos. Next thing is that when you are clicking these pictures in whichever environment that you choose, try to ensure a color contrast. So in case your puppy is black in color, don't keep it against a black background. Say don't keep it against a black t-shirt or a black sofa and click the pictures. Try to make sure that the puppy is seen properly by making sure that it has a contrast in the background. That could be a white chair or a green chair. Add color to the entire the picture, so that always makes the puppy also look a little better, and there are higher chances of adoption. The next thing to do would be to put an attractive collar or body belt onto the animal, or if you have a bandana, a fancy little bandana, which can help with the adoption. Nowadays there are lots available with like sassy stuff written on them, and if not, even if you have a basic collar, or if you don't have a collar, you can always opt for a satin ribbon, just temporarily to tie it on their neck, or just put something on them so that there is a pop of color. Once again, do not put a black satin ribbon on a black kitten or a black puppy, because then there is no contrast. So you normally need like a red ribbon on a black animal, or a white ribbon on a dark colored animal, or else you need like a green or a blue or a pink. These colors really stand out and make the pictures look great. Now, I'm not saying that any of us are professional photographers, but at the end of the day, we as rescuers, we want to do our best for the animal. So these are small things which will really make a difference in the picture, even if you really don't have much idea about how to click photographs or what to do. So this will really help you get better photos so that they become more shareable, and the chances of adoption increase greatly. So a lot of us think that clicking pictures outdoors in a park or in an environment where the animals are running around is great. Now let me break it down for you. If it is a pet animal, especially if it belongs to some breed which it does not look like a stray, chances are that an outdoor photo shoot will help the animal's adoption. However, which most of us struggle with, the stray animals, they already live on the streets. So basically people think of them, when you say indie dog or indie cat, the first thought that people think of is a stray dog on the road or a stray cat on the road. So you want to avoid that that story entirely while clicking pictures. So place them in an indoor setting. If you can't place them in an indoor setting, at least inside your building or in some kind of furniture, chair. Sometimes honestly we have even clicked pictures on bikes and cars, just so that they don't look like strays on the road. And I'll be honest with you, those pictures have actually got more mileage than when we click them just standing outside on the road or in the compound. So this makes a big difference in the psychology of people. It really helps people visualize the animal in a home. So this is very important, because unless you visualize the pet as your own pet in your own home, you are likely not going to think about adopting that pet. Unless of course you're a hardcore animal lover and you're not bothered about anything and you just want to adopt an animal and you're going to go in and adopt anyways. But majority, I think I would say 99.9% of the public is not like that, and they really would like a well packaged item, so to speak. So I think we must give them what they want, and if we help them visualize and think of this pet in their home, in their lives, I think that goes a long way in helping with the adoption process. The next thing you can think about using are props. Now when I say props, I mean things like a basket or something like a nice looking bed sheet, something like that, nothing fancy where you have to go and purchase items or anything like that. Whatever is in your house, you can use them to the animal's advantage. So say you have like a litter of puppies of say you have 5 puppies up for adoption, and they are really small, okay? So you could easily place them very nicely on a colorful bed sheet or in a nice soft basket where they would look appealing to people, and this would definitely increase their chances of adoption. I am not saying that this is the optimal way for the animal. However, sadly we live in a world where a lot of people judge things by beauty, and beauty standards, good looking things, everyone likes all those things. So why not give the animals a chance, right? Just let's stick by all those things and just do whatever it takes to get them adopted. The next thing I want to tell you is, if you have a person in the picture and this person is affectionate with the animals, there are chances that the picture may do well. However, it's not always necessary that this works in your favor. Sometimes because there is a person, people do not share the pictures. So I would also suggest that if you have like a hand in the photo, or if you have say someone just touching the animal, or just some portion of the person, maybe not the face and the entire body, but even if you have some sort of human contact which you are showing in the photos, that goes a great way in making people understand that yes, this is not just a stray animal from the street which is out there to kill you or bite you. This is a lovable animal which can and should be taken into a home. I know this is sounding very cynical about people, but after so much experience of doing this, I think even you would get cynical a little bit. So this is the reality of the things, and I don't want to sugarcoat it unnecessarily. So I'm just going with what I'm what I feel. I don't script these videos. I'm saying from the heart. This is what I have experienced. So I've had people come and say, oh, this is the cute one, this is the not cute one. So literally I have, now let me just give you an example. I have Kashi, who was fully pregnant when she came to us. She was run over, paralyzed, and she came to us. She gave birth to 8 puppies. Out of that, one died, one passed away during birth, and there were 7, right? And out of the 7, there were 5 boys and 2 girls, and there was only one puppy, Ron, out of the entire lot, who was really furry and really very good looking. And as fate would have it, he has a home today, and all the remaining 6 are with me. Of course, Ginny and Hermione also are furry, but a little lesser than Ron. And the pictures that were taken of Ron came out very well, and he found a home. So that's how the world works, and don't be disheartened. It's the reality. You have to face it, and it can work in your favor. So just do what is needed to make them appealing, to make them, more shareable, their pictures more shareable. So these are the tips that you can use. So once you have these pictures, right, then it becomes 100% your responsibility. Just knocking on the door of some NGO or some animal rescuer and leaving it up to them does not work. Because I'll tell you why. Because everyone has a limited amount of contacts. Now, if it's an individual animal rescuer you have approached, for example, that person knows X number of people, and those X number of people know 2x number of people totally, so you and then those people know more people, like say another set of people. So when you approach one person, that animal rescuer has already done this at least 100 times. So they have already sent out the message to those X number of people, who have sent out the message to those further, to those remaining people as well. So the circle is limited, so the key lies in reaching out to new people and reaching out to more people. So if you reach out to say 1 lakh people through your pictures, or your pictures reach that many people, there is a slight chance that you might get at least 10 responses. Especially if they are indie animals, you may get at least 10 responses. So this is these are the odds that you're fighting against. Remember this. So I would strongly recommend that don't just sit down after taking these pictures and sending them to 1 or 2 people. You need to push this thing out there like nobody's business. You need to do it like your life depends on it. You need to share it with every person on your in your contacts. You need to make it your Instagram status, your Facebook status, your WhatsApp status. You need to make posts, you need to make reels, you need to make YouTube. I don't know how far YouTube will help with this, but you can still try YouTube as well. You need to do whatever it takes. Keep bombarding people on WhatsApp till they finally block you, maybe, but who cares, right? You're trying for the animal, so you got to do this. And keep doing it till finally you're going to reach somebody who's going to adopt your animal. But this animal's life and comfort in the future life entirely depends on you. So remember that you are the single hope for this animal, and you need to do your best. In fact, you need to do more than your best to make sure that this animal gets adopted. So good luck, everybody. I'm going to kind of pin a few pictures so that you all are clear on what I'm speaking. And if you need any assistance or like help with tips on how to click better photos or what to write, content that you write, etc., that's also something that I can guide you with. So you can comment below and subscribe to my channel. And I hope all the animals that you have rescued find homes, and I hope they all have a very happy life ahead. Shri Matre Namaha.